And now we are going to your movie, your current project, which is Squatch. For my French subscribers, maybe that they are not very familiar with the term Squatch, can you explain to us what is Squatch? What does it mean?
That is I guess like a little nickname.
Okay.
For Sasquatch.
Sasquatch, okay.
Yeah, Sasquatch, which is one of the many names for the Bigfoot. So the
okay.
Bigfoot, Sasquatch, there also Oma is another name. And yeah, there's so many names for this kind of large ape-like human that's supposed to be living in the forest.
Okay.
And yeah, that's basically where the term Squatch comes from. And I've heard it used on, on several occasions for people that actually go out into forest looking for Sasquatches. In
France, we know the Bigfoot. We know the Bigfoot mostly because of, I don't know, it's like in the popular culture. Yeah. And even like with Star Wars, with the Chewbacca.
Yeah, yeah.
It looks like this Bigfoot,
Well, how do you say it in French?
Chewbacca.
No, the Bigfoot.
Ah, Bigfoot, we just say Bigfoot.
Really?
I mean, we don't have it in, oh, we call it Yeti.
Oh, yes.
A Yeti.
That's like the Asian one, Tibet.
It's in the Tibet, okay. Yeah. But this is the name that we use. And most of the time, I think that if you ask people, like French people, do you know what is a Bigfoot? They will say, yes, of course, it's in the American culture, it's something like that, but they don't know anything else rather than that.
Right.
We already have our own thing in France, but overall we know that it's in the pop culture, so everybody knows what is the Bigfoot.
Right. Well, just so that you know, it's not only in America, like these encounters that they have with Bigfoots, but all over the world.
Okay, all over the world you can have Bigfoot.
Russia, Australia, even in England.
Yeah. Okay, so you have, when I will go back to France, I will look for the French Bigfoot. How did you start to think about making a movie about the Bigfoot?
It started by bumping into a video on YouTube. Okay. And it was hysterical, it was hilarious, but scary at the same time.
Okay.
And after seeing that video, on YouTube, just more videos pop up on the side, and you just click on them, and before you know it, I'm lost in this little Sasquatch world.
Sure. Okay.
And then it just, occurred to me, it would be funny if, because in these videos you see people arguing about whether it's real or fake. So I'm like, wouldn't it be funny to see two people arguing about it and say, okay, if it's fake, prove it,
Sure.
Like go out there and let's go see for ourselves.
Okay, because I know that in the internet there are a lot of there is the Bigfoot, but there is also all the thing about the the extraterrestrial, the alien.
Yeah.
Like there is this place somewhere in America or in
Area
Arizona.
51.
Yeah, Area 51, or all the legends about ghosts. So yeah, I think that if you go on YouTube, you have several really well done documentaries. Like when you're watching it, it's at some point you're like, this is real, because they have actual evidence. I don't know if it's true or not, but they have footage, photos, sounds, some people, giving their perspective, like I've seen this, and the way they tell the story is so realistic. So at some point it's like, do I have to believe it or not? Which leads me to my question, do you believe in Sasquatch?
No.
Okay.
But I also don't not believe.
Okay.
So I don't know, basically.
Yeah.
I would like to find out though.
You can't like say it doesn't exist because you don't have any proof.
Yeah, I mean, I don't live in the forest out there, and there's people who actually do live out there and make these claims. So,
yeah. Okay, since they live there.
Who am I to tell them, that they're not seeing what they see if I'm not even there? So.
Sure. Okay. And then you came up with this idea of making a movie. So if we go back to your process of writing, you say that you just put the non-linear ideas. What was the first idea that you had, that you was able to picture in your mind before you start to write? Like, did you think about just one Bigfoot and okay, I'm gonna start to write a thing about this Bigfoot? Or did you start to think about some characters?
My first idea was the video that I ran into.
Okay.
Like two people arguing about whether the video is real or fake.
Okay.
Yeah. Just so that your audience know, I saw a video of a man who claims that he has frozen Bigfoot body parts, but not just a Bigfoot, but a Bigfoot family.
Do you think I was making this up? It's frozen, so it's sliding off the thing. But let me get a camera. Let me get the camera, and we'll go closer, and I can show you a little bit more about this. You can see it here. You can see the bone, and you can see this vein sticking up a blade. It took hours, literally hours, to cut the Bigfoot up. Notice the crazy looking toes and shit, frozen in ice. See how the fur's all frozen and matted? It's really been frozen.
Yeah, so I saw that video and I'm like, it would be nice. I just pictured a scene of two guys arguing about the video.
Yeah. Okay. So what is the story of Squatch?
Basically, yeah, that argument between best friends Jack Harper and Billy Falk on whether the Sasquatch is real or not. So the believer, Billy Falk, challenges Jack Harper to go out into the forest. If they find evidence, he wins $1,000. If not, then his friend Jack gets $1,000. It's
like it's like a comedy when we heard it like this.
Yeah.
But at some point in the movie, when they will have the encounter with the Sasquatch, it's gonna turn to be more like a horror with the tension, the sound, the atmosphere. And I think that you can be able to make like a 70s, 80s movie, where you mentioned a lot about
An American Wolf in London.
Yeah, like it started with like a comedy, and then at some point you have the transformation. I mean, it started to get scared, and I think that it's good to be able to to manage to have a film that can make you laugh, that make you feel close to the characters, and at the same time that can scare you.
Yeah. Well, you see, in regards to American Wolf in London, the werewolf is a cryptic too, an animal or a monster, like the Bigfoot or werewolf that people have claimed to encounter. So the werewolf fits under that.
Okay.
Under that description.
Okay.
So it's very similar. Like you go out there, it's all fun and games until you see something. It's like, okay, what's that? And it's terrifying. So I love stories like that.
Okay, that's great. We met each other through this website called Meetup.com.
Yes.
So I explained briefly to you guys what is Meetup. When I first came in New York City, so it was in June, some people told me about this website. They say that it's a good way to meet people who shared the same interest as you. And I'm a huge cinema lover, so I ended up in some group like NYC filmmaker cinema lovers. And then I saw a post of this guy named Edward Fernandez who said that he was looking for people to work with him on a project called Squatch. I sent you a message and then you sent me the plot and we ended up working on it. And it's been 2 months that we've been scouting, casting people, looking for new ways to how to finance the movie, how to rent this thing and this thing. For now, so far, how many people were you able to get into the production, including me?
So far 15 in total.
15. And on these 15 people, what are their role for now?
So far we have an art director, we have an on-set dresser, we have editors, at least 3 editors, people with editing experience, at least 3 or 4 cinematographers.
Okay.
So, because there's a lot of filmmakers out there that kind of do editing, cinematography, all into like one package. We also got an illustrator.
Okay.
Who does posters and concept art designs.
The storyboard.
And then we also have a storyboard artist and a painter. Oh, and we did get somebody for music. And I also have someone that may or may not be involved. He was a producer on my last project. Okay. So he may come into this as well. So.
Okay. How are you like able to get not stressed by looking at each other's because you have a overview on a higher level, but at the same time because of the timing, the budget, and all of some factors you have to be with us. How do you manage to stay calm in regards to what could happen during the production?
Well, you got to remember to meditate.
Yeah.
That's number one. Like you start your day with a good meditation to relax, and just don't let a bunch of things stay in your head. You know, there's got to be a time, like a battery needs to be charged. So you meditate. That's one. And then number two is remember the passion. This is all about passion. It's all about creativity, and at the end of the day, we're all getting together to create something wonderful.
Exactly.
And so far, we were able to get some footage and put together a small video of an idea that we're trying to reach toward, and I'm very excited about that. And I know that's just the start. It's just the beginning. It's going to get much better than that. So those kind of things motivate me and keep me there, inspire me to keep moving forward. That's
great. And by the way, you can look on my Instagram account as well as the official Instagram account of the project, which is Squatch the movie, where you can find some photos of our scouting, and we're gonna post it an update of you know, the current stage of the film.